This is your focus leader. Adjust the focus until the picture is sharp. Now adjust the sound to a normal volume.
Either way, you're a swinger. Swing. Which way do you swing? Straight. Left or right? Forward or backward? Front or rear? Yeah, that old girl's messed up. That whole bottom.
Look at that all cracked out, yeah.
It needs a bottom apron kit and an arm kit. Kit. It needs all kinds of kit. So this is why it keeps breaking the balls out. Either they're not far enough forward or there's just too much material on the ejector, but this ain't gonna work. Whoa, what are you doing?
Have him drive forward?
No, we just... I don't want it to flip. I don't know what it's fucking doing. It's like off the ground on one side and the other one not. Okay, I'm not standing in here when this goes up. Ain't doing it. Okay, now we're caught. Whoa. It was still going down.
drive forward. Right there.
Well, putting it back in, we've got it figured out. I hope so. Well, not well. The thing is, with the apron balls in, you can be ahead of them and slide it in, then it's not a problem. Things pretty messed up in here. He's gonna start by gouging these guides off. Then we'll start gouging all the liners off of it. Open it up, see what we got. She's got a brand new floor in her. This is all, this is a 1/2 inch thick AR 400 top and a 3/8 thick AR 400 bottom on it. So the old 45-year-old, whatever many year old plug-in was running a temperature. Jake's been air arcing. Anyway, I think it's this leg right here. She don't look too good. Here's the other leg on the ground. It's mostly this leg right here, hotter than a pistol. So, this rubber just kind of fell apart. She's pretty cooked. So we're gonna have to find a new end and put on her. So we fixed the plug-in, put one on it, and then gave the welder a blow job, cleaned all the dust out. Says on the paperwork in here 62, says Canada on it. I don't know if this was made in Canada or not, but it says 62. Well, I'll only be 62. Jake's got this one roller guide hacked off of here, and he's working on the one on the other side. We had a minor breakdown. The cord on the welder was really getting hot on the plug-in, so we had to take it off and cut about 1 foot out of it, put a new plug-in on it. So he's getting this hacked off of there. Here's the ball, and it's the ejector hitting this. That ejector's been plated with like 1/2 inch thick plate, and she just moves too far forward, so we're gonna have to cut a big strip of that off to clear this, and then we'll have to measure on the other scrapers, make sure this is setting in the right area. So let me show you. This is how thick that is. That's got to be 1/2 inch. It's incredible the amount of plate they put on that, and I don't know why. And then this is the sides. And you can see what a mess that is. So all this has got to get cut off, and we need to fix that, and then fix all this stuff in here so things can't go around it. But I don't know why they put such thick plate on this. We could start cutting it off and see what's under there, but instead of using 1/2 inch material, you know, they could have used like 1/4 inch AR plate, which would done every bit as good or better than 1/2 inch thick pig iron, you know, low carbon cold roll steel. So anyway, there's a lot of welding, a lot of work to be done here, lots of it. Jake's got these all these edge wear strips scarfed off. We keep getting all these storms. A lot of thunder over that way. Looks like it's gonna go around us though. Anyway, so what we gotta do is cut all this out and replace it before we fix it. But here's an interesting thing. This roller has wore a hole in this. You'd think that would be solid, but it's not, it's hollow. So we gotta weld that back up. We still have not figured out why they plated the front of this with 1/2-inch steel. I have no idea, unless they didn't have access to AR plate, didn't know what it was. I don't know. Somebody scabbed a lot of crap on there. I'm scared to take it off. What would you guess that weighs? So 6 pieces of it's 11,762 pounds. So one sheet would be what? Close to a ton, right at a ton. So now we got to figure out how to get it up off the cement so that it's good and flat, and we can measure pieces and cut them out when our new plasma cutter gets here. So what do you guys suggest as far as making sawhorses? What would a guy make them out of? Hey, we just said the hell with it. So Jake's out here scrapping the filthy whore. He's just cutting her up in pieces. Ain't you, Jake? How's it going, Sparky? So the cart for the plasma cutter's done. This is the cart Jake fabricated. He's really good at that stuff. I'm good at slinging paint. So I got some stickers on it and some leftover Lincoln stickers I put on there. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting tool here. I mean, we've always wanted one of these and we never got one. But this one is set up so that if we got a plas table or something, we wanted to do some computerized cutting, we can do it. It's all set up to do that. This one will cut 1 inch. It'll sever up, I think, to 1.25 inches or something like that. And then I bought a filter and a regulator to go with it. This has a charcoal filter in it right now. And what I like to do with these is go take that out, put a roll of toilet paper in there, and then like if I got to go pump up a scraper tire, they take so much air and your compressor builds so much water, and you don't want that water in that tire. So I just use this and the toilet paper thing. And so what we can do is we've hooked it up so that we can undo it off the plas cutter. And then Jake's just taken a piece of 3/4 by 3/4 tube and he's put it inside the 1x1 tube in there. So now we're portable with it. We can go out to the service truck or whatever. I have a feeling it'll probably spend most of its time here. Anyway, it looks really nice. I like it. So now it's time to go in there and paint that one red. This is the ram that we modified for the buffer seal, the U-cup, and then the U-cup wiper, and it has not leaked a drop, not a bit. So that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with the ejector cylinders, is that modification. I'll dry them up and make them bulletproof. Got the tires on number 2. Pulled it over here so we can do a little maintenance to it. I got both of my ejector heads back from the machine shop, just waiting for the chrome rod. But I think I'll probably take one of those heads and put it on this one and seal it up. And then the speed change valve on this one needs resealed, and it doesn't work correctly, so probably going to have to adjust the main pressure up on the tractor and then do a little shimming to get that speed change valve to work. This one doesn't want to shift into high gear and eject the load. It just kind of slow all the way. So I'll check the main pressure first. And then Jake's got the ejector. He's got these sides cut off, and he cut out all these bent pieces. He's welded up here where it was worn through. On this side, he's done the same thing. He used the plasma cutter the other day. He really likes it. And he put a new piece in here and welded this up. He's got this all cut off. We'll replace that. And then this will probably have to heat up and straighten. And then he's got everything cut out of the apron here, and we've ordered like an inside apron kit from Steel Unlimited to repair all this. And so we're waiting for that to come, and then we'll get going on this. And then we've got to cut this out and repair it. Probably do that with the Plas cutter, and then put some metal in here or something to protect the pipe, and something over these lines and stuff to protect those. That's the battery cables, and this would be the rear throttle. No, I don't know what hose this is. There's 2 hoses on this in here somewhere. One's your throttle, one's the retarder. Oh, I know what this is. This is the control for the parking brakes, because this one has parking brakes. So we'll get this cut out and repaired, and then start cutting the AR plate to fix this and get the ball welded back in the socket. Somebody asked me why I bought the Lincoln Plas cutter. Well, they were having a sale, and so you could get either $500 cash back, or you could get the accessory kit, which was valued at $1,350. Well, the accessory kit comes with a nice cover for the Plas cutter. It comes with a circle cutter attachment. It comes with a setup so you can gouge with it also. Comes with all kinds of other accessories for it. I don't know what all's in there, but a helmet. $1,350 worth of accessories is a lot of money. And so far, Jake really likes it. He said it's a good machine, and we've just had zero trouble with our Lincoln stuff. It's just run. So I don't know. I know some people told me I should buy a Hypotherm and whatever, but geez, I got a 1962, 64, whatever Lincoln welder in the shop, that big son of a gun, and it went through the Teton flood. We've done nothing to it. It just runs and runs. And so I think Lincoln builds a pretty good product. We'll see what it does over time, but he just, this for cutting AR plate, you don't want to use a torch. You're just going to warp the crap out of it. But that Plas cutter does such a nice, pretty job. you just can't beat it. So anyway, that's why I bought it. It was mostly that accessory kit, and we have a lot of Lincoln stuff, so we'll see how it works out. So far, our Lincoln stuff's just been awesome, so that's why I bought it. So you're probably wondering if we're doing any other work. Yes, we are. Gonna put together some video for you. I had to go out and grade the crop dusters runway again. They had some contractors come in with a couple of air tractors and a Bell helicopter. They're doing some spraying for the BLM, spraying some cheatgrass out there where we did the road work. Be showing you that. I've got another project. I need to take number 2 over there since I got the tires on and get it going, and then haul the cat to this job. But I'm waiting. It involves some work at a giant complex where they're putting in potatoes, and potato harvest is going on hot and heavy now, and there's just no way I can do this with all that equipment and people there. So I would imagine in another week or so they should have these cellars full and be out of there, and then we can come in and get going on that. I wanted to show you one more thing. I really like these flanges that I got from these people. One of the cool things about them is if you notice how far this comes out over, that lock ring would have a terrible time coming dislodged from that. And then the continuous pocket around here that you could pull and push the bead off of this. It's pretty cool. Let me go show you the other style that I don't like. Okay, this is the other style that they make, and what they do is they weld a piece of flat bar around here. I don't know, I guess that's to keep the lock ring from coming out accidentally. But this makes it really miserable. I mean, you really got to push that thing back to get to that lock ring and get it out. And so that's why I don't really like those kind. I like that other kind. And then you've got your puller pockets here. You got one here and 180 degrees away, and that's it. And I really like the idea of being able to pull, you know, for one that's really glued on. You can go open it up, put a nut or something in here, move a little bit, and that way you can go around and around and get it pushed off. When you can only push on one spot, I mean, you can literally bend these if you got enough power, or you can pull this socket out. So I do like that other style. So I had a guy bring me another tote to put oil in right here by the van trailer. Right here is where I store that stuff. Then I got this cone here, and I store it right there next to this. And we've got some shotgun targets and just a lot of other junk here, you know, nothing bad.